Kite News reporter Brian Wise has more.
Thanks. Amina, state legislators aren't stopping with over 50 specialty plates. House Bill 2217 is on its way to making the newest addition to Arizona's many plate options. Waste management isn't the only thing being shown today. This is one of the largest water treatment centers in Arizona. And the city of Scottsdale is saying, kids, all you need to do to see it is grab a colorful hard hat and put some safety goggles on. From something old to something new, 7 years ago, the first tweet ever was posted on creator Jack Dorsey's Twitter account. The different cities that make up District 5 are about as different as the toppings on this pizza. You have parts of Chandler, Mesa, and Gilbert coming together to decide local issues. Lawmakers might not see the per diem as a luxury, but it's still taxpayer money. Live in the Media Center, I'm Brian Wise, Cronkite News. Ammo is usually not something you think of for a hot holiday item or a stocking stuffer, but here at ammo places across Phoenix, ammo is just flying off the shelves and onto targets.
Kane hosted a town hall meeting this morning in Green Valley, then traveled to the West Valley for another event this afternoon. Reporter Brian Wise is live in Sun Lakes.
Right behind me, Senator John McCain just finished wrapping up talking to the people of Sun Lakes. He covered important topics like sequestration, which could cut 49,000 jobs from Arizona. That's what Senator McCain says. Also, another heated and probably the most important topic was border control and immigration.
A fundamental principle of a path to citizenship, if there is a path to citizenship which is contingent upon a secure border, will be they must pay a fine, they must pay back taxes, they must learn English, and they must get in the back of the line behind everyone who came to this country legally.
People in the West Valley should feel a lot safer today after firefighters from Peoria, Tolleson, and Luke Air Force Base participated in a training exercise aimed at preparing first responders for a potential catastrophic event. This looks like the scene of a disaster. Two cars crashed together. Firefighters running back and forth. A fiery train derailed. This is not the accident it looks like, just a drill.
We'll see. They might throw us for some loops and mess us up a little bit.
It might be just an exercise, but the skills that these firefighters learn are very real.
If you saw the first hose line that went in was between the victims and the fire to protect the victims. And then they put up the master streams to cool off the tanker car. In 1973 in Kingman, we had one of those explode, and it killed 11 firefighters and injured 107 civilians.
The drill is making sure the Kingman tragedy never happens again. Firefighters took the victims onto stretchers while Rose and his team kept the tanker cool from a safe distance.
So all you do is you keep the tanker cool so that liquid inside can't get to that temperature where it explodes.
Thanks to the cooperation of the 3 departments, the victims were saved and the drill was a success.
It didn't get out of hand because they did what they were supposed to do.
Now, these departments hold about 40 exercises like these every year. Firefighters face hazmat and swift water challenges in terrain like mountains and lakes.
Greyhound racing has been a part of Tucson for more than 60 years. But as Brian Wise reports, economic pressure and animal activists are pressuring the track to close its doors.
It's one of the last of its kind this side of the Mississippi, and it's seen better days.
You know, we're one of the absolute last of the dinosaurs.
Live greyhound racing in Arizona is going extinct. A lot of betting has moved from the grandstand to the TV. It's a much cheaper way for Tucson Greyhound Park to make extra money. But according to state law, they have to keep live racing going in order to do both. But not all cities have to follow the same rules. Phoenix doesn't offer any more live greyhound racing. They do simulcast betting, which brings in races from around the world to bettors' TVs. Tucson Greyhound Park is trying to do the same thing, but currently, if they drop their live racing, they'd lose simulcasting as well. House Bill 2329 allows tracks that were racing between 1980 and 1990 to drop live racing without losing televised betting. It all has to do with changing the population requirements to fit Tucson. Taylor says this will ensure part of the track stays open.
The economics are going to force us into a situation at a point in time, not right now, but at a point in time, we may have to stop live racing. Well, if we do, we want to keep our simulcast business.
It means that 65 people would lose their job at the track. It's not a pleasant thought. But the city of Tucson and animal rights supporters couldn't be happier.
You know, we finally agree on something. This is a bill that will effectively shut down live racing at Tucson Greyhound Park.
And if the legislature agrees, Houston will become the last live racing greyhound track west of the Mississippi. In Tucson, I'm Brian Wise, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News reporter Brian Wise went on a tour at the water treatment plant near Pima in the 101. He found out it's not just about community, but a family affair.
Something is wrong.
Caden and his grandpa Fred are on a mission today. While other residents are learning about Scottsdale's new solid waste technology, the pair are looking to see what Caden loves most about the city of Scottsdale: garbage trucks.
So we're big fans of the garbage trucks. They're great. They do such a good job. They keep our city clean. And
Well, what is that in that big old dumpster?
oh, that's another one, isn't it? We'll have to look at that.
For the first time ever, the city of Scottsdale is showing residents how their city actually works, at least here at the waste transfer station. And just a block away, families are getting an eyeful of the reverse osmosis that keeps Scottsdale's recycled water pure. This is the first time the water treatment plant has given public family tours since the 9/11 attacks. There are still advanced locks on the doors, but this time the public gets to see behind them.
And in fact, you know, they're the ones that own everything, not us.
So while kids get to see where their wastewater goes, Nunez gets to discover the fascination on little faces.
Kind of the eyes open up. They're really kind of like, whoa, they didn't expect it. And then there's noise and pumps and pipes, so they're usually just kind of in awe, walking around, eyes wide open.
And while eyes are wide, the doors to these utilities are open wide, giving residents a better sense of their community. In Scottsdale, I'm Brian Wise, Cronkite News.